Isaiah Chance, Elisa Andrews, Sean Gaithright, Davion Murphy, and Rashard Murphy are all accused of playing a role in Jones's death.
Their arrests are not as dramatic as the crimes they committed. The details are disturbing as they used expert-level planning skills and stalked their target for days before killing him.
The level of planning and coordination between these 5 defendants was truly alarming.
As suspects were seen on video following Jones from location to location.
Sadly, only one fate awaits them if found guilty.
All 5 of these defendants are facing life in the Florida State Prison.
So how exactly were they arrested? Well, prepare to have your mind blown. Foolio's killers arrested. On June 26th, just 3 days after the brutal ambush that claimed the life of Charles Jones, better known as Julio Foolio, Jacksonville Sheriff's deputies were on high alert. The streets were buzzing with tension, and the hunt for the killers was intensifying. On this day, a seemingly routine traffic stop would become a pivotal moment in the investigation. The scene unfolded when deputies observed a gold SUV speeding through the streets of Jacksonville. The vehicle had dark tinted windows, making it difficult to see who was inside. The unmarked sheriff's vehicle activated its patrol lights, signaling the driver to pull over. The driver complied and the vehicle came to a stop. Little did the deputies know this stop would lead them one step closer to solving the murder of Julio Foolio. The driver of the gold SUV was identified as 18-year-old Sean Gaithright. As the deputies approached the vehicle, they immediately detected the strong smell of marijuana emanating from inside. Sean, however, denied having or smoking any marijuana. Despite his denial, the deputies knew they had probable cause to search the vehicle. Sean was asked to step out of the SUV and stand at the back while the deputies conducted a thorough search. As they began their search, they discovered a small bag with marijuana residue and mushrooms. But that was just the beginning. In the center console, they found a Glock 19, a semi-automatic pistol. The discovery of the firearm raised immediate red flags, but what they found next would be even more alarming. In the back seats of the SUV, deputies uncovered several bags of ammunition along with firearm parts and accessories. The sheer quantity of ammunition and the presence of firearm components suggested that Sean was not just an ordinary teenager. The deputies knew they had stumbled upon something big. Sean was promptly arrested and taken into custody. He was transported to the Crime Gun Intelligence Center office for an interview. The deputies hoped that this arrest would yield valuable information that could help them crack the case wide open. As Sean sat in the interrogation room, the weight of the situation began to sink in. The deputies pressed him for information, but Sean remained tight-lipped. Despite his silence, the evidence found in his vehicle spoke volumes. The Glock 19, the ammunition, and the firearm parts all pointed to a potential connection to a crime. The next day, Jacksonville sheriffs received actionable intelligence that would change the course of the investigation. The information pointed to a conspiracy to commit murder, and Sean's arrest was the key that unlocked this new lead. Based on this intelligence, a search warrant was obtained and immediately executed. Detectives arrived at a home located on Jacksonville's north side. They had been informed that 21-year-old Isaiah Chance, 21-year-old Alicia Andrews, and a baby were inside the home. The detectives surrounded the house and began giving verbal commands over a PA system.
Isaiah Chance, this is the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. We are here for a driveway. We have a warrant for your arrest. Come to the front door with nothing in your hand.
They called for the occupants to surrender for the next 15 to 20 minutes.
All right, go to your knees. Put your hands behind your back. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
Finally, Isaiah and Alicia emerged from the house holding the baby. They were taken into custody without incident. The arrests of Isaiah and Alicia and the evidence found in Sean's vehicle marked a significant breakthrough in the case. The detectives now had 3 suspects in custody, and the puzzle pieces started coming together. The investigation was far from over, but the relentless efforts of law enforcement were beginning to pay off. However, the story doesn't end there. The search continued for the remaining suspects, shifting the focus to Rashard Murphy. Rashard Murphy, a 30-year-old resident of Jacksonville, had managed to evade capture. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, with assistance from U.S. Marshals, tracked Murphy's them to the Collins Preserve apartments in the Ortega area of Jacksonville. In the early hours of Tuesday morning, a day after the first 3 suspects were arrested, SWAT units were deployed to the Collins Preserve apartments. The SWAT team surrounded the apartment where Murphy was believed to be hiding, creating a perimeter to prevent any escape. Kellogg Kid reported that Rashard Murphy had barricaded himself inside the house with a gun to his head on FaceTime with his girl and was refusing to surrender. Police negotiators attempted to communicate with Rashard Murphy, urging him to surrender peacefully. The standoff was tense, with officers prepared for any eventuality. After a tense standoff, Rashard Murphy surrendered just after midnight, ending the dramatic operation.
Keep crawling. Come out towards me.
Only Davion Murphy is still at large. As detectives delve deeper into the backgrounds of Isaiah and Alicia, they uncovered startling connections to the crime. Isaiah was a documented member of ATK, a gang known as Aim to Kill, or ACE's top killers. This gang affiliation was a crucial piece of the puzzle, as it linked Isaiah to the ongoing feud between Julio Foolio and rival rapper Young and Ace, who was also associated with ATK. In the days leading up to his murder, tensions between the rival gangs in Jacksonville had reached a boiling point. The 6 Block gang had a long-standing feud with 2 other allied street gangs, ATK and 1200. This rivalry lasted over a decade, resulting in numerous violent confrontations and a trail of bloodshed. Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy are documented as 1200 gang members. Foolio's affiliation with the 6 Block gang made him a target in this ongoing gang war. Between June 21st and 23, the sinister plot began to unfold. The 5 suspects planned to take out Foolio as